All right, and the last story that I want to quickly cover here is from the BBC. Trump administration to aggressively revoke visas of Chinese students. Because, if you're not an actual US citizen, then let's be honest, to Trump and his supporters, you aren't a person. They don't view these as people. They don't view them as people who have lives, goals, aspirations. They don't consider that, hey, maybe they base their entire life and career about getting this education and etc. No, we don't care about them. In fact, we don't think they get constitutional rights because they're not citizens, even though that's just not true. Or they're just disposable. And that's just the humanity side of it, which unfortunately over half this country is lacking on recently. But this is also going to be devastating to universities that enroll these students, because there is a lot of Chinese students. It's going to be devastating along with all the other clamping down on student visas. It's just going to be devastating to the long-term outlook of our country. You're kicking a lot of smart people out. You are essentially doing forced brain drain, where all the smart people, all the researchers, all like people coming here, all the knowledge that we used to be bringing in, and all these foreign people who contributed to so much research and development overall of our country, that's done. That is gone. Even if all these policies were rolled back tomorrow, you think that everyone's just going to feel safe coming here? Insane. But let's read. President Donald Trump's administration says it will aggressively revoke the visas of Chinese students studying in the U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said the move would include those with connections to the Chinese Communist Party or studying in critical fields. Relations between Beijing and Washington have plummeted in recent months as a tit-for-tat trade war erupted between the two superpowers. Sparked by Trump's tariffs, there were an estimated 280,000 Chinese students studying in the U.S. last year. It is not clear how many of them could be affected by the latest move. China said it firmly opposes the move and urged the U.S. to pursue more constructive relations. And along with all the brain drain, you're just going to pop up other countries because they're going to go somewhere else and seek education. We are just shooting ourselves in the foot here for no reason. As part of the plan, criteria will also be revised to enhance scrutiny of future visa applications from China and Hong Kong. Rubio added in a statement on Wednesday, Chinese nationals used to account for the bulk of international students enrolled at American universities, though that has recently changed. From pandemic-era restrictions to worsening relations between the two countries, their number has dropped in recent years, according to the U.S. State Department data. On Monday, Marco Rubio, who is America's top diplomat, also ordered U.S. embassies around the world to stop scheduling appointments for student visas as the State Department prepares to expand social media vetting for such applicants. We talked about that as well. Rubio said in Wednesday's statement, under President Trump's leadership, the U.S. State Department will work with the Department of Homeland Security to aggressively revoke visas for Chinese students, including those with connections to the Chinese Communist Party or studying in critical fields, as we already read. We will also revise visa criteria to enhance scrutiny of all future visa applications from the People's Republic of China and Hong Kong. The Trump administration has already moved to deport a number of foreign students while revoking thousands of visas for others. Many of these actions have been blocked by the courts. It has also frozen hundreds of millions of dollars in funding for universities. Hundreds of millions is, we're in the billions now. The president sees some of America's most elite institutions, such as Harvard, as too liberal and accuses them of failing to combat anti-Semitism on campus. Many U.S. universities rely on foreign students for a significant chunk of their funding, as those scholars often pay higher tuition fees. A number of international students had been reeling from the planned visa changes. Some told BBC they wished they had never opted to study in the U.S. I already regret it, said 22-year-old master's student from Shanghai who did not want to be named for fear of jeopardizing a visa to study at the University of Pennsylvania. Beijing has not yet responded to the U.S. move to revoke the visas of Chinese students specifically, but China responded earlier on Wednesday to the Trump administration's move to cancel student visa appointments globally. We urge the U.S. to earnestly safeguard the legitimate rights and interests of international students, including those from China, an official was quoted as saying. I love how we've been just lied to our entire lives that China is some belligerent ass country on the world stage who is just out to fucking upend the world order. Right now, China is the most sane actor on the world stage, especially when you compare them to the United States. Like, we think that since we have a free press and free speech that we are immune to propaganda. That's couldn't be further from the truth. An official memo reviewed by the BBC's U.S. partner, CBS News, on Tuesday instructed U.S. embassies across the world to remove all open appointments for students seeking visas, but to keep already scheduled appointments in place. Last week, a judge temporarily blocked the Trump administration's attempt to strip Harvard of its ability to enroll international students. The ruling came after America's oldest university filed a lawsuit against the administration. The White House accused the judge hearing the case of having a liberal agenda. This is insane. I'm out of words. On Wednesday, Harvard said in a court filing that revoking its certification to host international students could inflict irreparable harm on the university. In a declaration filed with the court motion, Harvard International Office's Director Maureen Martin said the move was causing significant emotional distress for students and scholars. But hey, Trump and his supporters don't care because they just don't view these as people. They literally do not care. She wrote that students were skipping graduation ceremonies, canceling international travel, and in some cases seeking transfer to other colleges. Some had also reported fears of being forced to return to countries where they face active conflict or political prosecution, according to the court filing. Yeah, there you have it. It gets darker and darker every day. We are just, at this point, we have like a fucking hacksaw and we're just hacking our legs off because like we are just actively undermining and discrediting the most prestigious universities in the world, like Harvard. Like, yeah, and then not even getting into all the brain drain and how this is just going to hurt us in the long run in the future, because a lot of these students and a lot of these foreign people contribute so much to our research and development. Not that we even need that anymore because the federal government has like slashed so much funding from research and development and research grants. But hey, yeah, I hate what's happening, man. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and I will see you in the next one. If you made it to this point in the video, I just want to give a special thank you. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button down below, and if you really enjoyed it, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button while you're down there. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. I will try to reply to any and all comments that I can. Until next time, watch that video on screen.